What level of player are we talking about that we think Jason Tatum can come back with? Because we've already established that we think he'll lose a little burst. We've established that he'll lose a little lift. We've established that he might need to play more in the mid range, more on the block. Who is a player in the NBA that we think Jason Tatum could possibly regress to? Let's call it late March, early April. Who is that? Tobias Harris?
Can he regress? Can he regress from an All NBA performer to like an All-Star level?
Chris Middleton is a really smart.
Rui Hachimura, like where are we at?
No, he'll probably. Ironically enough, he'll probably regress. Players probably what he's going to regress. He's probably going to regress to a Jaylen Brown level player.
Oh well, come on, in. It's up. He got better. Is that what you said?
Better is crazy. He's getting worse.
I think
Jaylen Brown.
Oh Lord.
If I was to summarize,
Keegan Murray, like where are we at? Can I get some names? Where are we? Are we at Tobias Harris, Chris Middleton, Keegan Murray, Rui Hachimura,
he is
Paolo?
He could have tore both Achilles. He's still clearing them.
Give me a name, Ron.
Damian, who are you thinking? Because Damian had a
Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes.
No, stop disrespecting Jason Tatum. Hold on, right quick. Because Damian was about to talk. Go ahead, Damian. What you got?
I was going to say that. I mean, if we're going names, like, can he be like
PJ Washington?
I don't know, Pascal. I don't know, but what I'm hearing is like we're summarizing. In summary, I think that we all have the question on: can you still be productive if your game looks different? And I think you all make great points where the playmaking is going to have to dial up. The jump shooting efficiency is going to have to be dialed up. He might not be able to guard on the perimeter, but can you be a great post defender? Can you be really good as a team defender? Can you still rebound at a high clip? These are all the questions that he's going to have to answer if we're all accepting that his game may look slightly different. The finesse may have to dial up, but real talk, to your point, is he the type of guy where finesse comes naturally? That would be my question. Can he get to a place where he is touching like a Kevin Durant type jump shot? I don't know if that's in him, but I also don't want to discount him still being productive if his game looks different because he was that good pre-injury. So that's where I'm at with it.
Well, Dame, to compound your point, we talked about Kevin Durant still being super sharp when he came back from injury in terms of a jump shooter. But a lot of stuff that he was doing was compensating, which actually aggravated other things. Don't forget, KD, when he came back from injury, he missed half the season because of a hamstring injury. And a lot of that had to do with him not being really as prepared as he would like to have been. So, I mean, with Jason Tatum, with him now having this Achilles injury, he's going to have to compensate because I'm not really as sharp as I used to be, which can aggravate other injuries and make other things worse. And I just don't want this. I don't want this. I'm not as concerned about him re-tearing it. I'm not as concerned about that as I am other things. Because with him re-tearing his Achilles, that could drive me crazy. So I'm trying not to concern myself with that. I'm thinking about the other stuff that's gonna come into play when he gets back. You're talking about being sharp. I ain't played basketball in almost a year, especially at this level. I haven't played basketball in almost a year, and now I'm getting bumped around. Like Ron is telling me that this dude could tear both of his Achilles, and I'm still better than Rui and all of these dudes. Come on, Ron.
You playing scared, Chill. Stop playing scared. You're gonna get this.
No, I'm not
hurt.
playing scared. Okay, Ox. I broke
you
my
play
foot.
you playing scared.
I know what this shit look like, man. I know
it
what injuries I know what injuries. I know what happens.
You don't trust modern times.
I'll give you a perfect
comparison. You don't trust the athlete that he is. You don't trust the recovery process. You don't trust. You're not trusting the process. Then Chill. It's a reason why he's been rehabbing this whole time. It's a reason why he's in the G League. It's
a reason why there's a timeline too, Ron. With all of the stuff that you're saying, there's a reason why there's a timeline too.
I'll show up this brother and listen to this. Chill. You putting some negative thoughts in his head right now.
Hey, but Chill. Not everybody's timeline is the same. We've already established that not everybody's timeline is the same. But also, no, Chill. This is another thing that I just have to say. His trainers, his medical staff, his coaches, his environment that he's in is much more elevated than anybody that's ever torn their Achilles. Based on what we know, This is the most elevated than medical treatment, staff, advancements, all of that has ever been. This is the most knowledge that they've ever had about an Achilles up until this point right now. So what I'm saying is, are we not trusting the process of what's being told to him, what's happening, what the
rehabilitation?
But why not just still sit out the? This is the problem. Number one, I do think obviously medicine has gotten better. I also think that Jason Tatum got quite lucky, if there's a thing, because when he tore his Achilles, the person that all of the NBA players allegedly go to have the surgery is somewhere in New York. He tore it in New York. So there was no flight that he had to catch. He didn't have to
got it done
wait
that
till
night.
the next day. He got it done that night. So I'm sure there's some advantages to that as well. However, the reason why, at least for myself, I've been like, Jason Tatum, just sit out the whole year. It's not only just because he's had such a career-altering injury like the Achilles injury. He's played a lot of basketball. The Jason Tatum, prior to going down this season, I'm pretty sure when you look at like total minutes played in the 2020s, he was amongst the top of that list because the Celtics were making deep playoff run after deep playoff run after deep playoff run after deep playoff run, and he's been such a healthy player in his career. Jaylen Brown usually misses, a chunk amount of games in a season. Jason Tatum does not. Jason Tatum plays 70 plus games year after year after year after year after year, and that gets to adding up. And so if you have an opportunity to just go ahead, I don't think this Boston team can compete for a championship this year. We may disagree there. I don't think they can compete for a championship because even if they come out the East, I don't think this team is good enough to beat the top teams in the West. So just sit them out, give them a year's time, right? And just come back next year when you're going to have an off season where you're going to revamp your roster. Jason Tatum will have that whole year off and come back. You'll get to integrate yourself in the off season with Vucevic if he's still there and some other new teammates, and then just get to rolling that way. This year,
why you say if he's still there? Real talk. What's up? What's going on with him? It's contract.
I'm just saying. If I don't know. Brad he's expiring. And Brad Stevens
they got big Vooch, man. That changes the game. Real talk. They got a real center now. I know that y'all not high on him.
Which we're gonna have next year, by the way. We're gonna have him next year.
Real
too.
talk said they might not.
We got to respect.
There's no reason why we can't bring him back. We can get him back.
I'm telling y'all. See, I've been trying to tell y'all for about 2 or 3 seasons now, man. Big Vooch is a problem. I don't know why y'all so low on that, brother.
I'm not. I think he's great for what they're doing in
Boston. Nehemiah Keita, yo,
he's perfect. Yeah,
I like Keita.
Defensively,
he's awesome.
Keita's still. Keita is still.
It's the NBA, damn you. We don't got to play defense.
Project.
Yeah.
Chill. What are you watching? Project. He ain't on project.
He's getting better. He's definitely getting better. Better rebounder, better rim protector.
20 centers in the league better than Nehemiah Keita this year. And please don't start that list with DeAndre Ayton.
Penn, did you just say 20 centers?
So if there's not 20 centers,
so he's better. He's better than DeAndre Ayton, Penn.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. So
yeah, he is.
I like Keita.
No, let us know, chat. Let us know.
He might be.
Okay, you know what? You asked a great question. You asked a great question. You said, we were talking about who could he become, right? We threw out some names. We threw out Chris Middleton. So that's not inspiring a lot of confidence. Let me give you a name that will inspire some confidence that I think actually makes sense. And if you look at their careers, nope. It's going to make a lot of sense. And Ox, this is one of your favorite players.
Talk to me, Penn. I think we see it eye to eye, Penn. Talk to me.
I'm gonna give you a player whose game was never built on Twitch.
Talk to me.
He was a little bit slower.
Talk to me.
He made some big shots.
Oh yeah.
I know exactly.
He made some big shots. He used to don the Celtics green. He made big shot after big shot. He was a pesky ass defender. No one ever mistook him for a great athlete, but he made it work. You know why? Big shoulder, bump, step back. Not a great shooter, but he made them when they count. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, Jason Tatum's going to be fine. I
can see that.
And Ox, you were spitting on that thing. Let's not put out this energy on Jason Tatum, yo. What's the best way to lose the hot date? Try too hard. Don't try too hard. Don't try too hard to make the outcome. don't try too hard to make the outcome. The best way to lose something is to chase it too hard. We don't want. Honestly, I hope all of us up here are praying that Jason Tatum makes a good recovery. I don't think any of us are going to be on pins and needles, lighting, candles for Jason Tatum the way Chill is. But I think that most of us want him to make a successful recovery because the league is better when Jason Tatum is playing basketball. So let's not put this shit about like, could he get re-injured? Because now we're just going to get into his head. Okay, I feel like too much of this shit. These guys all scrolling social media. Now we got a viral clip. Will Jason Tatum injure his second Achilles? Now he's thinking about it. I think the most important thing for Jason Tatum right now is to just feel confident. And that's what the G League reps are for. Feel confident. Start to trust your body. I'm watching Brandon Ingram right now in Toronto, and he's still working through all the injuries that he's gone through. And he talks about it every day. He's like, there's a process of like 40, 50, 60 games where you're just trying to, can I make that step? Can I still make that step that I used to make? KD's talked about it. Kobe's talked about it. They've all talked about it. This is not going to happen right away. But Chill, there is a world in which there is another Hall of Fame career after this moment. There is a world in which he just changes elements of his game, and you get a 6'9" tough shot maker who's not as bursty, but maybe a little bit stronger. Maybe not as dominant at the rim, but maybe a better shooter. There's a pathway to All NBA. This was the fourth. He was fourth in MVP voting last year. Fourth. 7th in MVP voting next year ain't going to be so bad.
Saying, but Penn, in order to get back to that, right? In order to get back to that, there has to be a mentality that I have as a player. He had that pre-injury, so now we're in post-injury. In order for me to get back to that, I got to feel, not just physically, but mentally, like I did back then. Like, it's not one of you dudes out here that can see me. I'm better than all of you guys. Now, he didn't have a hamstring injury. He didn't break his foot, which is, a 6-week injury. He had a season-ending injury. These things used to be death sentences. Ron, I understand the logic. That we have modern medicine today. But to Real Talk's point, since 2020, he's been in the top 10 in the league in minutes. Since 20, and that's not including the playoffs. But since 2020, he's been in the top 10 in the league in minutes. That means he plays almost every night, and he's playing a bunch of minutes. That kind of wear and tear on you, he's not going to come back and only play 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's not what you guys are expecting. You guys are expecting Jason Tatum. You know why? Because it's Jason Tatum, Ron. That's what you're expecting. You're not expecting
that's the beauty of this whole thing,
lineup. No, it's not.
They're gonna have to ease him back into the lineup. Everybody when they come back,
we got Jason Tatum back. We're going back to the finals. How are we getting to the finals if Jason Tatum is only playing 10 minutes? If Jason Tatum is only playing 15 minutes,
exactly.
They're already number 2 in the East. They're number 2 in the East without him.
The finals don't start until
y'all
June.
do realize that, right? They're second.
That seeding can be so misleading. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they're the number 2 seed in the East.
What's misleading about them winning more than everybody else?
I don't personally think they're one of the 2 best teams in the East.
Nothing misleading about the fact that they're winning games.
They're not one of the 2 best teams in the East.
Who are
there's nothing misleading about the fact that
they're not better than Detroit. They're not.
Who's the second team? They're not
factually the second best team in the East. They are factually that.
By record.
I'm talking about the team. Last year. This will be the problem. But that doesn't mean that they're the second best team.
Real talk. Okay, so they're the third best team in the East without him. Okay,
right. But look. If you're the third best team in the East, and again, to win a championship, you have to beat the team that comes out of the West.
Yes, that's one team. They don't got to play the whole West.
But you're not even better than like East. 3 teams in the West.
Yeah. Hey, I heard this about the Pacers last year.
It don't matter how many teams in the West they're not better than. They would only have to play one. They would only have to play one. See, y'all just too dramatic and negative for me. I don't know what's up with y'all. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Be optimistic. What's wrong? What's wrong with you niggas, man?
The sun is shining. The water's running. The hose is chirping. What y'all mad for?
Ron, real quick.
Wait, Damien. It's sundress weather out here, man. Y'all be happy. What's wrong with y'all?
Real talk. You have adopted analytics into your vernacular. I hear you talk about analytics a lot, but here's some analytics on the Boston Celtics, who you say don't have a chance against the West, not a top 2 team in the East. They are number 4 in the league in terms of SRS and number 3 in the league in terms of net rating. This is the second best offense in the NBA, not the second best offense in the East, the second best offense in the NBA. And they are the 10th best defensive rating in the NBA. This is absolutely a top 2 team in the Eastern Conference. I don't know why people don't respect them, but they're really good. They're really good team.
They're not better than the Knicks. They're not better than Detroit. Y'all going off of last year, and sometimes this is what happens when this is how mistakes happen when a team thinks they're closer than what they actually are, right? This is low-key a problem with Houston, and now they've thrown their timeline all out of whack, adding a 37-year-old superstar. Yep. Last year, the Rockets were the 2nd seed in the West. They were not the second best team in the West, though. They weren't. Denver was clearly better than them. OKC was clearly better than them.
The difference is they didn't have Jaylen Brown. The difference is they didn't have Jaylen Brown.
No, that's one thing, Ox. But I'm
they had who?
Tell you the
who
real
they had?
Difference. Chill and real talk. Let me tell you guys the real difference, and this is what I try to tell you niggas in the summer. Peyton Pritchard is the NBA champion. Derek White is an NBA champion. Jaylen Brown is a Finals MVP, and Joe Mazzulla is a championship level.
So what the hell you rushing me back for? Then
difference.
Why the hell you rushing me back then?
You know
what, Chill? You are the difference maker. We're already here. You push us over the top. And
you know
this
what?
is what I'm.
No,
and this is also right quick, Chill.
They already got a little taste of that.
Hold on, right quick, Damian. Just the last thing I want to say. I ain't got too much more to say.
Keep going, Ron.
Jason Tatum does not have to come back and be 2 years ago Jason Tatum. He doesn't have to be 28 a night. Jason Tatum coming back and being a 20-point per game scorer, a guy that can score. That can catch and shoot, a guy that can be a connector, and a guy that can still guard 2 through 4. He makes this team so much more better. He does not have to be first team. All they need is 20 per game from Tatum.
I was thinking more like 14, 15, but 20.
That's the now. So then you feel me then?
Yes,
that's all I gotta say.
But here's the problem.
Comes off the bench, plays against second units and cooks. That's it. Simple.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Just make the second team better. That's it.
If the really quickly, Damian, I don't want you to stay. Matter of fact, go ahead, Damian. Go ahead, Damian. I'm sorry.
I was about to say the point Chill is making is that there's a difference between me being able to suit up and me being able to be the guy I was pre-injury. And the problem with this situation is that Jason Tatum's going to return. The All-Star break's obviously going to give him a little bit more time. But he's not going to be playing competitive games during that period, obviously. They're going to get to the postseason. They're going to have decent seating. Then in the postseason, he's going to be ramped up to 25, 30 minutes. He's going to have probably bad playoff games. The NBA community is going to start killing him, though. And the reason why is because, to Chill's point, when your name is Jason Tatum, there are certain expectations. And Ron, if Jason Tatum, like you said, is a guy that's supposed to take them over the top, but then he comes back and he doesn't do that, all of a sudden the discourse around him starts to change. And in more ways than one, sometimes that can be worse for him rather than taking the year and then just coming back and ramping yourself up through 82 games instead of ramping yourself up through 30 games, for example.
And
but Damian, who cares about that?
Wait.
I think Tatum wants to win, Damian. I don't think he even cares about them.
Damian, just
chill. Why would y'all care? Why would y'all care about what other people got to say?
Because you do. Don't sit there and say you don't. Because you do. You're a man of the people. You're a man of the people. You're the epitome of caring what people think.
Chill.
And caring what people say.
That's not what being a man of the people means.
So you don't care about the super chat Ox?
That's exactly what it means. You're a man of the people. You speak for the people. What the people think and what the people say. That's number one. Number two, Damian. I could actually handle the backlash. That ain't the issue, because what the backlash is going to do is that's going to fuel me. Or you don't think I still have the goods, or you don't think that I'm still that good. You don't think I can get it done. Okay, I'm going to go get back in the lab, and I'm going to prove that I can get it done. What I don't want to do, because I've seen this movie before and I know how it ends, is I don't want to put him out there when he's not ready and he looks like he's ready and we have this thing happen again. I'm not ready to do that.
Wait, Ron. Before you move on, though, Ron, just my final point. Last thing I want to say, Chill. If I come off of a season-ending injury and I go out there to help my team and give them everything I have, and if I can only come out there and average 14-5 and 18 minutes of basketball, in the news, in the sports writers are saying, "Oh, Jason Tatum isn't who he used to be." I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, nigga, I know. Like, I know that. If you're a logical human being, a logical basketball player, I know that I'm not what I was last year, and I'm not there yet. That shouldn't make me feel like I'm a bum now. Like, that's just logical. Of course, I'm not what I was before I left."
To everybody out there, I do just want to show the pictures of Jason Tatum playing for Maine. Are they the Maine Celtics?
Yep.
Okay.
No, they're the Maine Red Claws, ain't they?
Oh, they are the Red Claws, huh?
Yeah, Red Claws.
I call them the Maine Celtics.
Why aren't they the Green Claws?
They are the Maine Celtics. What are y'all doing?
Maybe they changed their name, but because lobsters aren't green, they're red.
They're actually blue. The reason why they're red is because they boiled.
Yeah, well, you know, we see them when they're red. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But what if in water they're actually green, and then they come out of water and then they're blue?
They're not. I can assure you they're not.
I mean, you know, it is a fictional character, so they could make.
There's nothing fictional about lobsters. Those are real things.
Y'all know it's gonna help them so much.
You know how like Boston's the Red Sox? They could be the Blue Sox. They could be the Green Sox. They could be the Orange Sox. Like they could call themselves the Green Claws if they wanted to.
Oh my God.
All right, bro.
The Celtics are 30th in pace in the NBA.
Well, they always play with a slow play. I mean, they were 20. Yeah, they won the NBA championship.
That's what I'm saying. That's going to help them. I think that's going to help.
Is this fool practicing or having a photo shoot?
I see Dennis Schroeder in the comments. Yeah.
Big Missoula. Y'all see Jack Cody in the comments? We go as far as JT takes us.
Oh, Jack Cody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Boy.
The expectations. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Jack Cody's a little different. Yeah, only if you knew, Damien.
That's not just him. Again, if Jason Tatum does come back, they're going to be like, "Oh, the Celtics can win the championship this year," and I think that's too much expectation.
Well, what happens real talk? What happens to your point? Jason Tatum comes back. Let's say it's March the 10th. We get Jason Tatum back in the lineup, and the second game that he's back in the lineup, we get 28, 11, and 6.
It's up, chill. It's up.
That's what's going to happen, man.
Chill. Then I'm gonna come on the panel and then tell you I told you so.
Chill. I've gone from
gonna happen when that happens.
Chill. I've gone from Orlando to New York to Miami, back to New York. But my last one about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I said, okay, the Celtics are winning the East, and I haven't moved off of that spot. And if Jason Tatum can come back and provide a little bit for that second unit, chill, the Celtics are absolutely winning the East.
Well, first of all, you got an agenda for the Celtics winning because of your man.
Well, but hold on, chill. Hold on. Yes, but chill. I'm not here because I want to push a Jaylen Brown agenda. Jaylen Brown has been balling out. And that's forcing. Jaylen Brown is doing this. I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? This don't got nothing to do with me. And if Jaylen Brown was averaging 18 and playing bad, I wouldn't be like, oh, well, he's still the best. Nah, if y'all seen what he's been doing,
so you think that Jason Tatum, if he gets back in the lineup, do you think that this Boston Celtic team wins the East?
I know. I said they win in the East about 7 weeks ago, and I haven't moved off of that spot.
So even before Jason Tatum gets back in the lineup, I
didn't think Jaylen Brown was going to be, or Jason Tatum was going to be practicing with the Red Claws yesterday. I didn't know that was coming, but now that I see that, I'm like, oh, for sure, it's up.
Are we not like living?
And then chill. That was before they got Big Vooch too. Now they got Vooch, and you know I'm all over.
Who cares? They're still not the best team in the East. Are we acting
you don't got to be the best team in the East to win? You don't got to.
We're acting like we didn't see them play last year. Jason Tatum, if he played
this season,
but still, this is the point. We're acting like, oh, if Jason Tatum comes back, it's just like surefire. They're the best team in the East. They weren't the best team in the East. They weren't the best team in the East last year when he played, and probably going to be a better player.
What that got to do with the practice in China? Who won in the East? Real talk. Who's winning the East?
Sense.
Who's winning the East?
It's going to be either New York or Detroit.
Which one? Stand on something.
Who's
winning?
Them. I don't.
You know you're so definite in what you're saying. Tell me who's winning the East. I don't want to hear all that flip. Oh, it's going to be this team or that team. You know so much.
I know.
Tell me who's winning the East.
I'm definite that it's not going to be the Celtics.
Chill. Did you say Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Oh, hell nah. You was just out. You was just on Cleveland when they got James Harden.
Whoa.
I'm sick of this shit.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. With a check, throw smoke, and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops all hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.